Ethereum copying Cardano, Ripple's mid-November price prediction, and is Cardano and Ripple gearing up for a Christmas bull run? Guys, we've got so much to talk about. I'm your host, Amr. I am back and here to stay, guys. I was on a little vacation, but I'm back now. Make sure you stick around for the whole entire video to get all the important information. And let's just jump right into it, guys. We got so much to talk about in Cardano news. So, firstly, let's start off with this Reddit post coming in from Bomber Duel, posted 19 hours ago. How is Midnight's partnership anything other than a means to leech devs, SPO resources, and community interest from Cardano's ecosystem? The only thing Cardano appears to get from this partnership is a one-time benefit of a plaquette to placate individual users and incentives of SPOs, but in a way that does not support the Cardano blockchain itself. In short, it feels like a slow vampiric drainage of Cardano's resources for their user. Midnight's CEO interview with BP infuriated me. You can literally quote him when he is asked what is special about Cardano that Midnight cannot do. He literally had nothing good to say other than it's a nice big ecosystem which they tend to leech off of and other things going for it, as if he couldn't think of any. Whereas Midnight has X, Y, and Z and fourth gen blockchain as well as we don't need Cardano. Overall, it feels like he couldn't give two hoops as long as they can get what they want out of us. Seriously, someone provides some use cases where Cardano materially benefits from Midnight because people will only get louder about this over time. So he then added an edit saying, unfortunately, I watched the CH interview first, followed by the Iman Baraki interview, which colored my perspective. Upon rewatching the CH interview, I feel fairly confident about what we have, a rock solid, decentralized root of trust, which is not easily replaceable. A poignant point he makes is the paradigm of possible built blockchains, not overloading any individual token and thus reducing volatility by increasing predictability, which encourages institutional adoption, not to mention making use cases for federated chains designed for compliance to attach and detach to Cardano's root of trust as they please. As an aside, while I'm pretty close to Cardano Maxi at this point, I believe this will lead us to closer true decentralization for humanity. Ironically, maximalism is a rally cry for centralization in a sense. Highly recommend watching his interview with Big Pay starting at 1700. Optimistic on our industry as a whole. Very interesting, guys. So a lot of people are saying basically the same thing. It's yet to see what Midnight is actually offering. It's time for an AMA. I understand your point, and honestly, I feel the same way. I tend to think Cardano didn't succeed as they thought it would, so they try and move away from it and develop something new. Midnight is Cardano 2.0. Very, very interesting, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. It does kind of seem like they're gearing for Midnight to basically be Cardano 2.0, but I don't know. At the end of the day, we're gonna have to see how this works out.
How this works out. Next, we got this article coming in from cexplorer.io, State of Cardano Developer Ecosystem. So in 2022, 389 developers answered the questions. In 2023, it was only 174. Very interesting. So there was a decrease in responses by developers. It may be that in the first year, developers had a greater need to comment on the state of the ecosystem. It could also be due to ongoing bear market or developers being focused on their work and having everything they need at their disposal. Survey results indicate this. We don't think the number of developers in ecosystems is lower in 2023 than it was in 2022, given how many projects are currently being worked on. According to the weekly development report issued by the IOG team, third-party teams are working on more than 1,300 projects. In all the following images, you will see results for 2022 on the left and 2023 on the right. If the pictures are below each other, then the year 2022 will be on top and 2023 on the bottom. So, do you work on Cardano as a hobby or profession? 173 said yes. For a hobby, 127 said both, and profession is 89. In 2023, 49 said hobby, 59 said profession, and 66 said both. Very interesting. How many years do you have experience writing software? First one is less than a year. It's clear to see that 2022 had a greater number of responses overall, which is very, very interesting, guys. So they did state that they don't believe that this is a result of what's it called, people there being less Cardano developers, but it's interesting to see and interesting to note that there is a less amount of responses. Very interesting. Next, we got this article saying, are Ripple and Cardano gearing up for Christmas bull run amidst crypto dip? So let's get into it. So the crypto market has been a wild ride lately, for real it has. With the latest twist coming from October's consumer price index, this bit of economic news sent the market in a bit of a tailspin, dropping by 1.5%. Even Bitcoin, usually the steady hand in the crypto world, felt the heat, slipping 4% from its comfy 37,000 perch. In the midst of the seesaw market, Ripple XRP had its own drama, soaring on false news only to come crashing back down, ending over 6% lower. Cardano, on the other hand, showed some grit. After a brief stumble, it managed to claw back up and posting a 2.5% gain in 24 hours. But here's where it gets interesting. Scapes mania. Mania, in a market that has hard to predict as tomorrow's weather, mania is turning heads. It's not just another crypto project, it's a gaming ecosystem with its own rules, backed by a DAO that lets its community call the shots. It's a mix of innovation, solid game plan, and backed by a DAO and a knack for keeping its community happy that makes Scapes Mania stand out, promising more stability and potential in a market that's actually anything but that. So I'm really curious as to what you guys think about that. Next, I want to get into Cardano a little bit deeper. Cardano is really shaking things up on the crypto world lately. It's all about its latest power moves. Teaming up with Polkadot is a big deal, especially since they're diving into using the substrate framework for this cool partner chain project. And let's not forget about CH is the brains behind Cardano, who's now even eyeing a partnership with Kraken to roll out a layer 2 network. This buzz of activity is hinting at some serious growth and more people jumping on the Cardano bandwagon, even as the crypto market as a whole goes through some consolidation. With all this action, it's no surprise that the word on the street is that ADA could be on its way to hitting 43 cents by the end of 2023. You guys, let me know what you guys think about that. So here is the technical analysis of it. Very interesting. We can see this overall looks like a 4-month chart. I think this is a quarterly chart right here. Um, yeah, in November to July. Very interesting. So so price action. So let's get into the ADA price action. So we get a little bit of information on this. In a bullish scenario, if ADA successfully breaks above its first resistance at $0.371, it could target the second resistance level at $0.3849 and potentially aim for the $0.3982 level, aligning with the 1 month and 3 week highs. This upward movement could be fueled by positive developments in its partnerships and network enhancements. So before we go more into the price action, guys, we'll get into that later. I'd love to know what you guys think about one, Scapes Mania, and two, if you guys think crypto, or not crypto, Ripple and Cardano will be able to hit that Christmas bull run. So, guys, next we got this article coming in from Coin Edition. Ethereum copying Cardano, new Vitalik blog raises eyebrows. So let's get into this. So, following a recent update by Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin, several notable members of Cardano's community took to X to raise observations that suggest Ethereum was following the blockchain in an innovation. Buterin, in a recent blog post, recommended extending Plasma, a scaling solution to Ethereum Virtual Machine (EVM), using parallel UTXO graph for ETH and ERC20 tokens to reduce the complications associated with the account-based systems. According to Buterin, Plasma, which fell out of favor with developers, could become significant again, given the development of ZK snarks, a form of cryptography that enhances security and efficiency. Buterin describes how validity proofs, notably ZK snarks, might simplify Plasma's structure. These proofs confirm the legitimacy of each block on the Plasma chain, minimizing the amount of data that users must download and possibly allowing for fast withdrawals in some situations. Per the post, this approach could enhance user experience and security on Ethereum's blockchain. While the blog post stirred excitement among Ethereum users, some Cardano users noted that the recent developments on the block trails, Cardano's, one such user with the X handle at Jaromir Tesar claimed that the proposals from Vitalik mirror features are already available on Cardano, echoing the thoughts of several other Cardano community members. In the last paper, Vitalik talked about liquid staking. Now we see a paper regarding the UTXO model and something that looks a lot like Hydra, he said, according to the user. The recent development suggests that Cardano is going in the right direction. Ethereum is the one catching up. Very, very, very interesting. So here's a little graphic about Ethereum that's going on, and he thinks Ethereum is copying Cardano, and Cardano is taking the lead. So very, very interesting. Next, we got this final article coming in mid-November 2023 price prediction. I know you guys have been really liking the price predictions recently, so I'll just cover this up really, really quickly. So let's get right into it. So right here, Cardano's native token had a phenomenal run in the quarter four of 2023 as it spiked nearly 45% since last month. ADA went from a low of 25 cents to a monthly high of 37 cents this month in November. The leading altcoin is among the top performing cryptocurrencies this month, generating decent returns to investors and global financial uncertainties. So here's the point, $36,426. Now that ADA rallied 45% in the month, will its price shoot up further in the coming weeks? In this article, we will highlight how high or low Cardano's native token would go by the end of November. So, leading on-chain metrics and price prediction firm Changely paints a rosy picture for ADA this month. While the prediction is conservative, it suggests that Cardano's native token could end at a new monthly high in November. According to the price prediction, ADA could reach $0.39 by the end of November 2023. There's an upswing and return on investment of about 9% in the next 2 weeks. Therefore, an investment of $1,000 today could fetch investors $1,090 by the end of November if the prediction turns out accurate. So here we can see these possible up to 9% ROIs. Nonetheless, there's no guarantee that ADA could spike 9% by the end of the month. The global markets are under pressure due to conflict in the Middle East. The Israel and Palestine conflict could escalate further, and the U.S. and other Western allies have not agreed to a ceasefire. The development could cause the markets to dip further as the global financial markets remain unstable. Therefore, it is advised to do thorough research before taking an entry position into ADA at the moment. At press time, Cardano's native token was trading at $0.36 and is down nearly 1.5% in the 24-hour day trade. ADA is also down close to 89% from its all-time high of $3.09, which it reached in September 2021. So guys, let me know in the comment section below if you think it's possible for Cardano to hit its its price point, that ROI, potentially the 9% ROI within the end of November. Let me know in the comment section below. But guys, that's all we have for today's video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and until the next one, good luck trading. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.